Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can add your Instagram feed to your sidebar. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit to show you this is the sidebar and this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you how you can add this Instagram feed widget onto your sidebar. In order to achieve this, we're going to be using a website called SnapWidget. So in your browser, you type in snapwidget.com and you create an account with them. You can definitely use the free account in order to add this widget to your website. So after you've created your account with SnapWidget, you're going to go to your dashboard. And this is what you're going to see at first. So you're going to choose a service and you have the ability to do the same thing with Facebook and Twitter, but I am going to talk about Instagram only in this video. So we're going to click on Instagram and you can choose the layout that you want. You have the grid layout, scrolling, board, slideshow, pop-up, and map. You can play around with all these layouts, but in this video, I'm going to show you how to add the grid layout. So we're going to click on grid. And now we're going to configure our widget. So we're going to click on this button. So at first, you're going to see just some default images over here. So you're going to click on username. And this will prompt you to add your own Instagram account. I have mine already added, but you can click on the plus icon over here to add your own account. And it's going to ask you to authorize your own Instagram account so that you'd be able to use SnapWidget with it. After you've done that, you can choose the type of layout that you want by choosing the number of columns and the number of rows of your widget. So I'm going to choose 3x3. And I don't want any borders for my photos. I am going to leave these settings as they are. I'm going to make my widget responsive so that it is mobile responsive on smaller screens. And at the end, I am going to click Update Preview just to make sure that I have all the settings shown in the preview. And I can see that this is how I want it to be. So I'm going to click on Get Widget and I'm going to click on Copy to Clipboard. And now that we have this code copied, we are going to go to Widgets. So in Appearance, we click on Widgets. And this is going to open our widgets page. Now, depending on the theme that you are using, you will see different widget areas. The theme that I'm using has all of these different areas, but I am going to be working with the primary sidebar, which is usually available on all themes. And I am going to add a custom HTML to my primary sidebar. So you choose the widget area that you want to add the custom HTML to, and you click Add Widget, or you can drag it all the way to where you want it to be. And now I am going to paste the code that I got, and you can also give it a title like Follow Me on Instagram, and don't forget to click Save. So after you have saved, you will be able to see the new changes on your website. If for some reason you can't find the custom HTML widget here, you can definitely use a text widget. So you would drag this one or add it to the sidebar that you want. And then you click on the text tab over here and you paste the HTML code in this area. Okay, but because I have the custom HTML, I might as well use it because it's more straightforward and it's particularly used for HTML code. So I'm going to delete that. And now I'm going to go to my website and refresh the page. Once you refresh the page, you should be able to see your widget appear right where you placed it. So if you want to put it more at the top, you can drag it up in the widgets area. You can drag it to where you want it to be. For example, you want it to be the first thing on your sidebar. You can drag it up here and then you can refresh the page again and you'll be able to see it at the top here. Okay, so it's very, very simple and you can add more widgets widgets if you want. So if you want to add this same widget or similar Instagram widget to other areas of your website, for example, in your footer, your theme might actually have a widget area that is created specifically for Instagram. For example, I have one in my theme here. So you might want to create another Instagram widget that has a different layout and put it in this footer Instagram widget area over here. Or for example, if you don't have one for Instagram, you just have a footer widget area, you can also put another widget in your footer area. So I'm going to show you another quick example of how you can add another widget. So when you go back to your dashboard, now you're going to see that you have created one Instagram widget and you can now create a new one. So you click on this one, create a new widget, and filter by Instagram so that you can see all the Instagram widgets. And you can see here there are ones that are included only in the Pro version. So you would want to look for the free ones. Let's say now for the footer, you want to add another kind of layout. For example, the Instagram scrolling. So we'll click on that. And by default, you will see these images. You're going to click on username and add your own account. And basically this widget is a scrolling widget and it will scroll to show images from your Instagram account. And you can decide how many columns you want. So let's say we want 6 columns and I'm going to leave the other settings to their default values. I'm going to click update preview. You can now see that it has updated. So now I'm going to click on get widget and copy the code that I get over here, and I'm going to go back to my widgets page and I'm going to add a custom HTML to my flexible footer, just because you might not have an Instagram widget area on your theme, so you might want to put it in your footer, and I'm going to show you how that's going to look. So add widget and paste the code and save. So now we're going to go to our website and refresh the page. And now we should be able to scroll down and see it in our footer like that. But you might not like the fact that it's not in the center of your footer. So if that happens, you can go back to your widgets, and where you pasted the code, you're going to add a piece of code that's going to center the widget in your footer, and that is center. So when you type that, it's going to create the beginning tag and the end tag. So we're going to cut this piece that starts with the bracket and then ends with the bracket. We're going to cut that and paste it at the end so that the code that we pasted for our widget is in between the center and the closing center. So click save and now refresh the website again. And there you have it. Now it's in the center of your footer and it looks a lot better. So that's it for our tutorial. I showed you how you can add an Instagram widget to your primary sidebar where people can look at when they're scrolling through your website. And you can also add this widget to other areas of your website depending on your theme, like in the footer here below.